Hey garden people! Today we're going to show you how to dig, divide, and store dahlia tubers. You ready? Our dahlias had a good run this flower season with our Cha-Cha-Cha dahlia variety. And now that it's fall and our plants look entirely dead, it's the perfect time to pull and store our tubers. Now, what the heck are dahlia tubers? Well, it's essentially the root of the plant. Dahlias have large tuberous roots that look like potatoes. They store the energy that a dahlia plant needs for growth. In colder areas where the ground freezes, it's essential to pull these tubers from your planting area because they are very frost sensitive. In sunny California, we're going to pull them from the ground anyway, so we can divide them into more tubers. Some essential tools: a digging fork, a tub, and pruners. We're going to cut the dead foliage off the dahlias down to the stem. And with our digging fork, we're going to carefully dig the dahlia tubers out. We're using a fork instead of a shovel so that if we accidentally hit the tuber, we aren't slicing it in half. And bam! We have a big old tuber right beneath our feet.
Whoa, baby!
You can see there are multiple tuberous fingers, so we'll be able to divide this into a few plants. Then we'll continue with the rest and place them in our tub in the shade. And don't forget your plant tag. This is super important if you have multiple varieties. Next, we're going to spray down our tubers. If you have sandy soil, you can just brush it off. But if you have clay soil like us, it's best to spray them down. With our clean dahlias, we'll first cut off the stringy roots from the ends. And now we'll examine our tubers to identify the main parts. First, we have the tuber itself. Then we have the neck of the tuber. And lastly, we have a swollen tuber eye. In order to have a viable tuber, it must have all of those parts intact. So as we get into dividing this clump, we want to identify those parts for each tuber. Sometimes a tuber won't have all of those elements, or it's too difficult to try to divide it, so you can keep multiple tubers together like this one. We'll repeat this process with each tuber clump, paying careful attention to the different parts, and taking our time to make sure we do this right. A few tubers got accidentally damaged in the digging process, so we'll remove those. Tubers are just like apples. If one is bad, it can make the whole bunch bad. Although we had a bit of damage, we're walking away with some pretty nice looking tubers to plant next year. Now for the storing process. Get yourself some vermiculite, wood shavings, or peat moss as a storage medium. I'm going to use newspaper and a paper bag, but you can use any breathable container such as a cardboard box. I'm just going to place an individual tuber on my newspaper, cover it with moistened peat moss, roll it up, and store it in the bag. The goal here is to keep the tubers covered with some kind of moist medium so they don't dry out. And we also want to ensure the tubers aren't touching one another. Dahlia tubers like to be stored in a cool place, ideally between 40 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit. So we're just going to store this bag in our fridge, but if you have a cool garage, you can store them there too. Then, after any chance of frost has passed and our soil has warmed again, it'll be time to take these out and plant them. Happy dahlia digging, and thanks for watching.